The Internet Computer Project has long directed its funding into a huge R&D effort, strong in the belief that for Web3 to mainstream, it must deliver things that radically exceed the realm of speculation enabled by tokens, say. True decentralization of tech involves any person being able to create running custom web applications and internet services, Web3 functionality, and AI, simply by issuing natural language instructions and then being able to update them in real time by issuing more natural language instructions. This is a new paradigm, and it's the future of tech.
Okay, so this is, in my opinion, one of very important reasons for why I believe ICP is going to be absolutely huge in the next coming years. And in this video, I'm going to talk about this subject a bit more and give you my opinion, which is someone that has a software engineering degree and does a bit of a programming here and there. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones. And if you are confused and you don't know what Dominic Williams just said, don't worry, I'm going to try to explain it in kind of a simple way. You see, all of our computers, when it comes to running app, are just processing simple zeros and ones. Now, here's the deal. If we want to write an application and design a program, it is very hard for us to write these 0 and 1s. That's why we are using different languages. The idea is that using a specific language, for example, let's say Java in this case, there we go. We are going to write some sort of a simple and understandable code, and then the terminal would convert our code into zeros and ones in order for our computer to understand what is going on and run the app. Now, here's the thing. With the rising of AI and its huge potential, people are saying now, well, okay, we are going to use artificial intelligence in order to make this process a hell of a lot easier. And what we do is this. We tell AI what we want to design, and then the AI will convert what we just said in our natural language into a Java or a Python code, and then the terminal would convert this thing to zeros and ones in order to run it on our computers. And this has been the idea for so long before even the rise of AI. For example, if you're a software engineer, you know it just how easy Python language actually is. And that was kind of the idea. You see, writing programs in Java language is kind of hard. However, with Python, you kind of get the feeling like you are using your own natural language in order to write the program. For example, in Java, when you want to use some object-oriented programming, in order to do that, you need to write a couple of lines of codes that from someone that doesn't have a clue of what Java actually is kind of not understandable. However, using Python, first, I think you need to only write 2 lines of codes, which is much simpler, and also it is much more understandable to a person that doesn't know what Python actually is. And that's why languages like Python are so popular, because it is extremely easy to understand. It is very much scalable, and also these days using Python, you can actually write a lot of programs on different areas. Now, what AI is going to do is actually much more special, but it is kind of in the same area. And for example, let's say we are going to design a website. Okay, in our natural languages, we are going to tell AI, hey, I want to design a website with this specific characters, and then AI will turn what we just said into, for example, let's say Python code, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. Now, here's a very important point. It's not actually that simple. You see, at this level at least, I'm pretty certain that AI cannot do all the programming and is not absolutely perfect yet. When is it going to be completely perfect? I would give it maybe like 10 to 20 years. But here's the thing. What this is actually going to do for ICP is bringing the cost a hell of a lot lower. Why is that? Okay, let's say I'm a programmer. You want me to design an app for you. Okay, normally without AI, that is going to take about, let's say, 3 months. However, using AI, I can do it maybe in less than 3 weeks. And since it's taking me less time, okay, I'm going to charge you less money. So what AI does when it comes to developing apps is just bringing the cost lower and lower, which is fantastic for entrepreneurs. And I just love what ICP is doing in this area, and they are kind of pioneering this case. I fully believe that this is going to, in the next coming years, bring a lot of adoption. So overall, I love what ICP is doing for the next couple of years. I think it's a brilliant idea, and at least as a developer, I would definitely love to have AI on my side as an assistant in order to design apps easier and also cheaper. So in terms of fundamentals, fantastic news. What about the live chart? Well, I think we talked about this thing before. I am absolutely bullish in ICP, and I just cannot tell you that we are not going to have a bull run in this cycle. I fully believe this is not the case, and for now at least, I don't see any evidence that suggests something like that might be happening. In terms of Elios waves, I'm thinking maybe we are going to have like a 1, 2, and then we're going to get big move up into wave 3, 4, 5, which on a higher degree is actually going to be into, you know it, a larger degree, wave 3, and then 4, and then 5, and so on and so forth, which suggests that in this cycle, we are going to have a magnificent bull run. Now, let's go on some lower time frames, maybe H1, and see what is happening, because now I'm seeing some optimistic signs. So, okay, here's the deal. In ICP in the short term, I was telling you, look, there is a good chance that this is going to be actually a 5-wave impulsive structure on the upside, and this is also a 5-wave. And as long as we're not really taking this low, we can be optimistic and say, okay, again, the same deal is going to happen in here. This is 1, this is 2, and we can have big move up into wave 3, 4, 5, and then it's going to be into a larger degree wave 3, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5, and basically the bottom is in right in here. Now, what is the good sign that I'm seeing in this area? Okay, so here's the deal. This to me now suggests that in ICP, we had in this phase probably an A, B, C structure, or maybe a WXY in form of a double zigzag, doesn't really matter a whole lot. And this got confirmed when we, in this move on the upside, took this high. And because this is an ABC, a corrective movement, okay, now I'm gonna say this move up in internet computer is actually going to continue a bit more, probably first in order to reach to about this very important area between 11.5 to about $13. Now, if after reaching to about here, we also manage to go above this region and do a pullback and a continuation of the move up, then okay, from this area about $13, we can expect, let's say, another 20-25% move on the upside in order to reach to about the next important resistance all the way up here between 15.5 to about, let's say, $16. So overall, in the short term, we are actually seeing some bullish signs, and the fact that this is quite a strong move on the upside, which is, you know what, a very important characteristic of an impulse, is definitely something that makes me say, you know what, maybe we are actually going according to the bullish possibility just in the short term. And here is my final point. It seems like that probably in the next couple of hours, we are going to take this side. And here's the deal. When we take this side, at that point, I would argue that the invalidation point for this bullish scenario in ICP is going to be under this low in here about, let's say, $9.8. So in other words, if from here, maybe even a bit higher, doesn't matter, we see a move down, and in that move, we actually take this low. Okay, at that point, we are going to say, you know what, unfortunately, this whole move on the upside is just going to be a correction structure, and after it's over, we are going to have another move down in order to take this low about, let's say, $8.8, and then after it, we can get a very strong bounce back. And in fact, this is going to be, for me at least, I don't know about you guys, a fantastic buy opportunity, because I fully believe that in the midterm, meaning for the next couple of months, we are absolutely bullish. And if we are going to have something like this, then okay, I will definitely buy just more and more ICP in hope that we get the next phase of the bull run. So in the short term, we are definitely seeing some bullish signs. In terms of fundamentals, we are looking fantastic, and I do think that the next couple of years for ICP is going to be huge and they will solidify their position as the fastest blockchain in the crypto space. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Internet Computer's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.